Hello, so today we're talking about lubrication, and it's one of the most important things that I discuss at my parties because a lot of times women will say to me something like, I don't need a lube, I get wet enough, and they kind of take offense to it like men do penis size, which is kind of interesting because what that actually says to me is that we don't understand our bodies. We as women lubricate one time, and it's at the point of arousal. So we don't have a continuous lubrication cycle. So that means by the time you are fully aroused, you're also fully lubricated. And bonus, the vagina dries out from the top down. So you could still feel nice and wet from the outside, but have dry on dry friction happening internally. And that leads to tiny little micro tears in the vaginal wall, which is what causes soreness the next day. So if you've ever been sore the day after sex, that's not a sign of good sex. That's a sign you need a lube. And every gynecologist will tell you to use a lube every time you have sex because there's no way to determine how much lubrication your body's naturally creating. Everything affects it. What you've been eating, what you've been drinking, the sleep you've been getting, your stress level, your time of the month, medications. And let me tell you, antihistamines and birth controls are the worst for drying you out. So that says nothing of like general hormonal changes that happen in a woman's body over time. I mean, good grief, that'll dry you out too. So what that means is that you need to have a really good lubricant or a couple of options in your nightstand or maybe in your purse. I don't know what you do. So we at Pure Romance, we have a couple of different types of lubricants, and really just market-wise in general, there are a couple of different types of lubricants. There are lubricants that we call play lubes, and then there are lubricants that we call everyday lubes. And your play lubricants are going to be things that give you extra flavors and sensations, but they're not necessarily going to give you the amount of lubrication that you need for general vaginal penetration. And your everyday lubes are going to be sometimes a little bit more boring and that they don't have flavors or extra sensations. Some of them do have some flavors, but they're going to be the lubricants that give you the amount of lubrication that you need. So in the next video, we'll talk about the different lubrications that my company offers, Pure Romance. They are all available on my website at grownupsexed.com.